You're watching WMAR 2 News.
I'm Randall Newsom here with your WMAR 2 News update. Well, Maryland's House and Senate approved banning agreements between ICE and local law enforcement. They're known as 287G agreements. The legislation quickly passed through both chambers and drew heavy debates between lawmakers on both sides of the aisle.
This here is putting politics over public safety.
This is about the havoc that ICE and CPB agents have been allowed to wreak on our streets.
Is that you're willing to pass something at the expense of our public safety.
We have a responsibility, and I'll say it every single day I get a chance to protect the most vulnerable among us. This bill helps us do just that.
Now, the legislation isn't done yet. Procedural votes are still needed. Both bills have an emergency tag, which means they can head directly to the governor's desk for his signature once they've been passed. Meanwhile, Senate President Bill Ferguson is standing firm on his stance against the plans to redraw Maryland's congressional districts. The House passed a bill on Monday night of a proposed map that would give Democrats control of all 8 congressional seats. Governor Moore says it's a response to what Republican states are doing to give their party more votes in Congress. But Ferguson maintains it's not what the people of Maryland want to do, and the Senate agrees.
I don't think that the position of the Senate has changed in any way. Appreciate the work. I know that this is a contentious issue, but we laid out back in October where the Senate Democratic Caucus stood after lots of conversation and discussion, and nothing really has changed.
And now the bill is heading to the Senate Rules Committee, where it is not expected to receive a vote. But most students in our area will be returning to school today for their first full day of class since the snowstorm last week. In Anne Arundel County, parents say it's still not safe enough for their kids to walk to school. We went to check out the conditions for ourselves. We found, for example, the sidewalk outside of Pasadena Elementary School completely shoveled. However, the sidewalks in the neighborhood right across the street were covered in ice. A spokesperson for the school district says they understand the difference in these conditions and suggest that families give themselves more time to walk to school or drive their kids to class. And Stevie, that ice still being stubborn right now, just hanging around.
Oh, absolutely. And it doesn't help that our temps are going to be a little bit colder than yesterday, so I don't expect a whole lot in the way of additional melting today, but we will be hovering near that freezing mark, dealing with more sunshine through the afternoon, which could help promote some minor melting with that snowpack. 31 degrees tomorrow, dealing with mostly sunny skies, then some light snow could actually form heading into your Friday afternoon ahead of a front that is going to bring us very, very cold air. We're talking about an Arctic blast of air that's going to seep into the region as we head into the weekend. So this is going to drop our temperatures down below average, mostly in the mid-20s. Winds are going to really kick up in that 40 to 45 mile per hour range on Saturday, possibly leading to some power outages, even some wind damage. I wouldn't rule that out completely, but dangerously cold wind chills are expected this weekend. We warm things back up slightly early next week. Randall?
All right, thank you, Stevie. And no better time than right now to help us get coats to those who need them. WMAR is partnering with GBMC for our first ever Coats for Kindness drive. Scan the QR code on your screen for a list of drop-off locations. We're collecting coats now through February 28th and giving them to GetCo and the Mr. Mac Lewis Foundation. And you'll find the latest on the top stories of the day by going to WMAR2news.com and for the news and weather while you're on the go. Make sure you download our app. Thanks for watching. I'm Randall Newsom.